Yes, yeah. Yes. Here we go. SWR Productions, we make it happen. Command and Conquer General Shockwave. 2003 to 2016, EA Games and SWR Productions. Licensing or copyright.
Enemy contact confirmed. They're moving in fast. They're coming for our base. GLA spotted offshore. All units to defense positions. Watch those RPG troopers. We need help. What the? Enemy contact. No GLA will slip past our garrison. Hurry, there is little time. Another wave. We need reinforcements. Slow them down. Stay in formation. No cowboys. There's more of them on the beach. We've got GLA infiltration at coordinates 7-7 Beta Gamma. All available units move to respond.
And welcome back! Yes! Actually, welcome back to Group Walkthroughs! Not really gameplay videos, we're not going back to the, Modb series. That was like in when did I even release those videos? But, yeah, welcome back to, at the very least, the new gameplay videos of Command & Conquer General's Shockwave. And there's wine, and here we are. Playing good old Command & Conquer that's not Rivals. As much as I like Rivals, we all know what we would prefer. And honest to goodness, Generals too. Not whatever they tried to pull before. Or at the very least remasters with added content. Or just remasters. You don't get I don't think we care much at this point, but good old Command & Conquer needs to be brought back just like Halo is at this moment. But unfortunately, EA, as much as I like them, I prefer their properties and their I prefer the developers more than I like them, but I'm at this point now that I know more about the situation because I've been kind of not being kept up, but yeah. But anyway, regardless, we're not here to talk about them. We're not here. We're here today to talk about good things, such as this is my ultimate version of Command & Conquer Generals. Yes, I am playing this on Origin. Proof? What's the Origin button? I actually don't know. But no, it is the Origin version. And I'm using a mod, which came out in 2015, which I missed. I missed so hard. I missed so very hard. Um, which I'll link you to their site, which you can't get the mod anymore on Modb, which is the main modding source of pretty much every game. Although there are different modding sources for different games, like for example Nexus is really good for Bethesda. ModDB is just great overall. I mean, it's older. Basically it's a middle-aged site where its main games are the Command and Conquers. But generally, generally ModDB is good for just any type of mod. And that's where Shockwave is from. Shockwave is a fully complete mod. It released in 2016. I uploaded my mod overview series then, or just about. Shockwave is an expansion mod, as in it just adds content. Like for example, it adds these artilleries for China, adds rocket artillery for China. Basically, Shockwave just adds what was missing. Like for example, the I am blanking what it's called. I'm terrible. But basically the Alpha Aurora, which is just a better Aurora. It adds new generals, which were in the game files but were cut. Like for example, there is a tank general for America, which of course if you played 0 Hour, you know for a fact that every single general gets rid of America's tanks. The only way to use paladins and stuff, really, is to play the General America faction, which was in the original game. And like for example, the Armor American General, which is what I'm calling them right now, I think that's Ironside, but he has mammoth tanks, which work the same way as they do with Command Conquer 3, albeit made for Command Conquer Generals, which is amazing. However, instead of using Chinooks for transport, he uses trucks for transport, for transporting supplies, resources. And if you don't know, Generals is widely considered the best Command & Conquer, next to Red Alert 2, Tiberian Sun, Tiberian Wars, and Red Alert 3. It depends on the person, and also the originals too. But most people of the best Command & Conquers, most people say those games, the middle games. Generals was the first. I might as well, if I'm doing the intro, I might as well actually look up stuff. But yeah, Generals, because I was actually thinking about just playing because I kind of need to upload today. Because I was too tired and sick last night, so I didn't want to record, or couldn't record it. And also, I wanted to go sleep earlier. And it turns out I woke up really late today. But yeah. But anyway, so Generals was the first 3D Command & Conquer. It was the first Command & Conquer with 3 factions. With China, as you can see, the red people here. China in this timeline, and Command & Conquer Generals was the first. The Generals universe is the most grounded universe. Tiberium is realistic, but it takes place in an alternate timeline where Tiberium went on Earth, where Alert is just fantastical, and just parody of everything. And it takes place in where Einstein went back in time, touched Hitler, making him disappear because of time travel theories, and then went back, and with Hitler not being able to being a very good figurehead / leader of the Nazi Party, the Soviets became essentially the Nazis. But since Command & Conquer is very lighthearted, nothing, they're not as bad as they were in real life. Or as bad. And basically, the Soviets conquered, made World War II, and then that's where the Red Alert timeline came from. And Red Alert started more realistic, and then just got weird. Generals, again, is the more realistic. There's only one Generals game. There's 4 Tiberian games, not counting Rivals, not counting Alliances. Alliances was the Facebook game. Rivals is the Tug of War RTS mobile game. It is one of my favorite games on mobile, which I did do a video of. So I'll be linking my Command Conquer videos in the description below. And they were going to make a Generals 2 back in I'm blanking back then. I'm blanking when. Well, a couple years ago they were going to make Generals 2, then decided to make it General, and then decided to make it just Command Conquer for some unknown reason. BioWare was actually making that game, which would have been interesting. BioWare making an RTS. So, you know, Anthem is not too weird because at least it's like freaking the Old Republic. But anyway. And it didn't work because the resources were wrong, and just general people, the testers didn't like it. So they flat out canceled it instead of improving it, or releasing an unfinished game just for why not reasons, which is what I really wanted, but that's fine. And then Command Conquer's been dormant ever since. So yeah, and then of course before that there was Command Conquer 4, which no one liked. Command Conquer 4 was pretty much Command Conquer wanting to try a real-time tactical game without telling anybody it's a real-time tactical game. Making it online only, making progression. Probably EA was involved in decisions when they shouldn't have been. But yeah. So anyway, let's just play. It's been years since I played this game. Alright, that's the max resolution. I need to find an HD mod. Actually, this is slightly more HDified. I'll be right back. That's more HDified. I also need to turn down my friggin' air conditioner. But yeah. By the way, you're noticing the background? This is classic Generals. This is not classic Command Conquer per se. Wait, thinking. Is it actually? I mean, I'm used to Command Conquer having static images from the 2s and 3s. Excuse me. Now my conditioner, there we go. It's 75 degrees in my room, which means I would probably probably complain a lot and get upset easier, but it is also General, so I probably won't. I mean, it's not freaking FPS where I gotta deal with dead zones and stuff. But yeah, Generals had basically, the original Generals had the American forces just stuck in a rut and having a blackout down situation. The Zero had more dynamic like this, where it had ships off shore, bombarding the shore, and Shockwave went on with it. But anyway, so let's all play. These are campaigns. Challenge means you play a commander and then you fight every single commander in scenarios, which is pretty cool. I am not my computer. I'm not the mobile mouse computer. I am yeah. I usually play against easy armies, I'll be honest, but we'll play against medium and hope to win. Color. The best part about any RTS is how many colors you get. So I'm gonna be blue. We're gonna be fighting. Might as well just play against Chile. Don't want to go crazy, but these are all the generals in the game. You don't need to be on the team. There's only 2 people on this map. We're gonna be playing the one of my favorite maps, which is the basic one. No, I don't know who I'm gonna play as today. You got US. You can read the description. China, GLA. What makes United States special is they get overwhelming air support. What makes China special is they get overwhelming tank support and overwhelming dude swarms. What makes GLA special is they got overwhelming need for not having power, and having the construction and resource unit be the same guy by just having them be people. Super weapons general. I gotta remember who does what. Armor. It is armor general. Okay, yeah. Ironside is just armor general. Okay, I got it right then. Tank, infantry. The first three are the originals, and they got a special fourth one. Just been 20 minutes on the intro. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Alright, I guess I'll have this piece up a game. You know what? I gotta do my classic favorite general, the Air Force general. We'll play everything defaults. These are badges for doing stuff in the game. Limited super weapons mean you can't just spam them all